All right, what's up, guys? We got opening day, baby. Here we go. Let me turn this music down because it seems like it's very loud. Okay. Kane says, "What a collapse by Stetson." I'm just getting on, dude. So where is the guys? Where is Clemson, Oklahoma State? Is that ESPN 3? What's that being streamed on? That's what I want to be watching. What do you mean collapse by Stetson? Did they play already? I'm looking through all these games. That collapse reminded me of what we did against Bethune-Cookman last year in the second inning in midweek game. Ugly, ugly, ugly. When was that game? Yeah, I don't know. When did Stetson play? Or I guess we'll go live scores here. Opening day. Boom, boom, boom. That might be Flow Sports. What is Flow Sports? Game start at 10 a.m. ESPN Plus. Dang, we should have been watching that. I didn't even know there was a game that started earlier than 12 p.m. Okay, I'm looking now. A lot of games went final. Monmouth beat Dayton. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or not a lot of games, or not a lot of games, but still. Okay. Um, it's on ESPN Plus. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Finally, someone answers me. Gosh darn it, Canes. All right, ESPN Plus. Dude. Now I gotta. So the ESPN account's now my Disney account. Let's see here. Oh, dang, everybody's talking, man. Talk about a good game. Stetson was up 5-0. In the collapse of the century, bases loaded, pitcher throws back-to-back wild pitches that the catcher had no chance of blocking, and then the pitcher hits the batter in the butt. Yeah, I mean, looked like JUCO and high school pitching in that fifth inning. Not JUCO, high school. That's a better way to say it. EB3, are you streaming the game here? I can't stream it because then I'll get I'll get taken out on YouTube. I'll get taken out on all these different things. So I'm getting my account info set up right now. UConN Stetson game flashing some leather in the outfield. I have 3 streams up. Most small college games like that don't get flagged. Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna be watching Oklahoma State Clemson. That's not a small college game. Your Stetson and the live Canes baseball show at the light. Where can I watch this thing without having to be scammed by Flow Sports? Which game are you talking about, Lil Ruff? Agreed, Buck. I'm trying to get the info for my account now. It's like it's like you were logged in for forever, and then because college baseball, I don't watch ESPN 3 unless I'm watching college baseball. So it's been almost a year since I last logged into it. And it's like, we have like I'm requesting it right now. Because now it's a My Disney account. Is that right, guys? That's what I need. Let me mute my mic and call somebody real quick.
Hello?
Hey, John. Do we have a My Disney account, right, for like ESPN and stuff?
Yeah, we do.
Can you send me the info whenever you got a chance?
Yeah, I'm driving right now, but I should be able to send you here in a minute.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You got a show you
I got a college baseball game I want to watch.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
10-4.
All right. See you, dude.
All right.
All right. I'll be logged in here soon. I'll be logging here soon. If you have the bundle, then yes, log into your Disney account. Credentials. Dude, I might just say F it and just make another one. I don't know. I feel like let me check here. Or wait, ESPN Plus. Yeah, I know I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted. I got off. I already got off the phone. Thanks for looking out for me, though, guys. Is this a free account or do I have to pay for it? Can I just like make an account real quick? Or if I think I already have an account. I just don't want to have to pay again. Wait. Why is it? Okay, I have a My Disney account. Now let's see if I can get the password right. All right, having trouble. Send one time code. All right. All right, what is my... Okay. Oh, I was not muted during the phone call. Oh, nice. Perfect. Glad I didn't say anything bad. All right, let's see if this works. All right, I'm logged in. Let's see what we got here. That's Why is that not muted? Okay, thank you. Oh, that's softball. Okay, so for baseball, the Clemson game's on here, right? Right, guys? Is the Clemson game on ESPN 3? I guess I'll just test out UConn Stetson. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, I don't have it on here. I'm gonna have to. Let me see here, dude. I know I have ESPN Plus somewhere. I think it might be on my wife's email, man. Beautiful day. All right, let's get back to these comments. We have 11 games on ESPN right now. Yeah, I know. I'm about to be logged in. I gotta have my wife send me the info because it just logged me out and I don't know her password. Um, okay, let's see what you guys are saying right now. Oh, it's on Flow. It's on Flow Sports. What is Flow Sports? Flow Sports. Dude, it's such a scam. All these different streaming services, like it's ridiculous. It's like, oh, it was really cool when it first came out, but now it's like you have to have like 20 different subscriptions to be able to watch everything. Yeah, it's on Flow Sports. Your wife must have it, especially if you have kids. Oh, no, we definitely have. We definitely have it. If you're on a TV, you can do a 4 TV boxes with ESPN Plus. Yeah, no, no, I'm on a computer, but I have like a separate monitor, but I just have to log into my thing. Yeah, University of UVA Michigan is there. I'm gonna see if I can. Do you have to pay for Flow Sports? Gosh, man, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay. Dude, it's like $150 to to be a to stream. What a joke. Oh my god. Flow Sports is only needed for the Houston Astros Stadium. So like basically I won't be able to watch. I guess we're just not watching that. Like I don't know. We can pivot if you guys want to, and we'll watch something else on here on ESPN 3 or something. Because that's a scam. I don't want you guys like, oh, you wanting to pay for it and stuff. Like I don't want you guys having to pay for it. Yeah, it's like $30 a month if you pay monthly. If you pay annually, so all up front, it's $150 total. So it's still just, I mean, Flow Sports only has a preseason tournament, so we can watch every other game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, I think we got like, let's see here. I mean, St. John's versus Liberty is going to be good. Let me see on the schedule here. That's disappointing, dude. I wanted to watch the game, but I just don't want to pay for like a. I don't want to pay. If they had games throughout the whole season, I would be totally down. But I don't want to pay. Maybe we watch. See how Georgia Quinnipiac is going to be on. Is on right now. Is that on ESPN Plus? Watch a little bit of Georgia baseball here. Let me refresh. Right now, UConn Stetson is the best game in my opinion. Okay, I'll turn that on as soon as I get my account info. As soon as I get my account info, I'll be turned on. Yeah, I mean UConn's going to be UConn and Stetson are both really good programs. I mean the Northeastern Charlotte's probably a good game too. Those are two great programs. I mean NJIT and High Point, East Carolina, George Mason. There's actually some serious games right now. As soon as I can, guys, as soon as I get my I thought again, I was hoping for the best, but I was hoping that it was going to stay, like just remember that I was logged in, but I guess it's been, quite literally like 8 months since I last logged into ESPN Plus on my computer to watch college baseball. So we'll just play it by ear. Anyone know where the Georgia game is? NC State Fordham is live. And North Carolina Texas Tech as well, guys. North Carolina, Texas Tech. That's going to be a good game. I wouldn't have a problem with donating money for you to be able to watch the game. No, don't do that, dude. It's not even about that. If I wanted to, I could just pay for it right now. I'm just not gonna pay $150 or $30. I guess I could just do 30. Um, yeah, no, yeah, I guess it's just 30 and then cancel it. But then if I forget to cancel, it's gonna just run me. It's the principle of like, why do I have to pay $30 to watch one game and then I'm never gonna use it again? Like that's my issue with it. Um, but well, maybe I'll just fork over $30 real quick. We'll see. You guys are killing me. Like you guys are giving me the play-by-play, and I just want to be watching it so bad. I'm just waiting. She's driving right now. I called my brother-in-law too. I was like, I know you got the account info, right? And he was like, yeah, but he's driving too. So just waiting. Well, let's see. Now I'm going to look ahead to some of the games coming up and just see kind of what we got. Say, like I said, St. John's Liberty. That's going to be a good game. Virginia versus Michigan at 1 p.m. That's going to be great. Kentucky Lipscomb. Let's see. Everything else is kind of starts getting later. Boston College versus USC Upstate. That's at 3 o'clock. That's going to be a good game. Georgia Tech is set 4. Tech game is only on ACC Network. You talking about the Texas Tech game? Yeah, ACC Network. You're right. You're right. How do you find a free stream, Michael? I don't know what you mean. Like, what do you mean a free stream? All these things you got to pay for, man. It sucks, but that's just how it is. Like, the whole streaming service thing is a complete scam. Kane sending the info to the Miami Hurricanes coaching staff based on Buck's scouting report on him. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, guys. I can't wait till I can log in. I'm just while I'm waiting for this info, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna go get a drink so I can, I can enjoy the show. And hopefully by the time I'll be back in 1 second, but hopefully by the time I'm back, I have the info and I can log in and we can start watching. Let's just go with UConn Stetson. We'll go with UConn Stetson. I know it's kind of late in the game, so we'll be able to pivot from there to the next game, and we'll just talk about the games, what we're seeing. So you guys keep talking. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Do not leave. I will be right back. Okay. All right. Be back. I'm not even going to turn this. I'm not even going to turn the camera off. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, for the delay. Okay, let's see here. UConn's got a. You guys are crushing it in the chat right now. I come back and I can't even see what. Down definitely consider the Super TV box. What's the Super Box? UConn always has a few Daniel Vogelbach bodies. You know what? You want to hear something funny? Like what a lot of guys would call him back in the day. Because I played against Vogelbach kind of all the way up, like I think double A, triple A for sure. And guys called him Vogel Snacks. That's just what guys called him. Nicest dude in the world. And Yeah, I mean, I have a probably story I shouldn't tell about him, but it was pretty funny. He's talking about a Fire Stick kook sauce. They are good for movies and TV shows, not good for live TV. Jailbroken Fire Stick that has all the channels from out of market and pay per view, etc. Superbox and the Fire Stick, they do the same thing, but different products. People have their favorites. Let me just pull the chat overlay up so you guys can see. Um, but either way, getting a jailbroken service is the best way to watch all the games for a very low price. Thanks, Canes. I was having trouble explaining it. I don't think your main mic is on. Seems to be picking up your headphone mic. Oh, that's good. Let's check. You are 100% correct. Excellent. Excellent pickup there, Buckby. All right, we figured it out now. Did anybody see that blown call in the beginning of the UConn game? OSU ML. Can they find a rally here? Is there any way to watch this game? Which game are you talking about, Will? I'm just waiting for my info to get sent to me. I'm apologize. I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to fork out the credit card and go for the what's it called, the Flow Sports. Let me move this over. There we go. Mike is way better. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it switched. It's never done that before, so that's weird. It may be because I hit the mute and then it earlier, and it kind of just like, which I don't want it to do. I don't want to mute the mic and then it like switches over to another microphone that's available. I saw this at Publix this morning while I was picking up Valentine's stuff, and it's like an orange cream Coca-Cola Zero. I'm a pretty big soda guy, even though I don't drink like legit like 40 grams of sugar sodas really at all. But if I see one that I've never had before, like I like have to try it. So I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna get it, pick it up. It's pretty good. It's not. I mean, I won't ever get it again, but it's not bad. Who do we want to win here in which game, Canes? Particular. I'm about to do it, too. They should no. They have to be 9, Buck. I don't know why they'd be 7. They have to play 9 unless it's it's shortened because of weather or something. FSU minus 3.5. Dude, 3.5 is pretty big in baseball, man. Who are they playing again? I just feel like the odd guy out right now. Like I can't watch any of these games. Not yet. What time does the Flow Sports game start? It started already. It started at like probably 12:05 or something. I guess while we wait, I'm just gonna pull up the live scores, and we'll share that. Okay. Let me see if I can change this a little bit. Here we go. No, not like that. All right, here we go. It's better, I guess. Let's see. No box score? Is this not live? All right, so Clemson, Oklahoma State are bottom 1. And then Georgia, Quinnipiac are top 1. Texas Tech, North Carolina are still not started yet. And then obviously those are only 3 games on here in the top for the top 25. Stetson has life. Man on first, nobody out. That's life, man. That's as good a life as it can get. Freshman lefty already for Huskies. James Madison, Zach. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I guess I really didn't think too much into it, but like with Jamie Arnold pitching for you, uh, like as long as your offense scores 4, it should be it should be fine. You know, like what you're betting is that the offense will score 4 runs essentially, unless he just has a crazy bad game. You think this game going over 9.5? Which game? Chris go to gun time. Chris go to gun time. Which game are you talking about? Clemson head coach is suspended. He's on the radio broadcast as an analyst. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. That's hilarious. But like, I guess if you can't if you can't be in the dugout, you might as well be sitting there talking about the game. You know, I love these deeper down the stack games on ESPN Plus. The announcers are like 22 years old and sitting in their dorm rooms broadcasting. Yeah, so like I do a lot of the, or at least this year I won't be able to do as much just because I'm doing the stuff with the high school team. But I usually did like 15, 20 games, like ESPN3 ACC network games and a few SEC network games. And yeah, sometimes you're broadcasting from like a few times in the last couple of years, I broadcasted from like the headquarters at over by the basketball stadium where you're in the control room and like you have 2 big TVs in front of you. Clemson, do I think the over under is 9.5? I would say I would honestly go with the under because I think Clemson's offense is like they lost a lot of good pieces to the offense. They have a very good starting pit. Both teams have a very good starting pitcher on the mound. And so I think 9.5. I think you go. I think the under. But again, I'm not giving you any advice. But that's what I would do. You got to make that decision for yourself. You broadcast ESPN Plus games and they don't give you a free account. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. It's crazy. It's actually not bad, like money on the side. Like I don't know what like the official guys get, you know, but like SEC Network pays you $350 a game. ACC Network, I don't know if it's changed, but it was 250. So like if it's like it's something you enjoy doing, it's fun and you're getting paid to do it. It's a blast, and it was always good for me because I'm going down talking to the coaches during BP, and obviously I know the tech coaches really well, but like all the away team schools that are coming in, I just get down there, talk to them, talk to them about recruiting, what they're looking for, how the season's going, everything like that. Clemson is currently a 1.5 run favorite. Okay. Looks like we're going to be stealing a lot on UConn. Catcher can't throw or what? Did you see that bad throw? Yeah, I figured that's what it was. Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't. I'm like wanting to watch games now. Do I just flow sports it? I don't. But you guys are all watching like no one here is really watching the Clemson game, are they? You guys are all watching the like UConn Stetson. Remember, guys, if you're looking for help in the recruiting process, right here, scan the QR code, fill it out. One of our advisors from whichever region you're from will meet with you to talk about kind of what we do, everything like that. Throw my name in the ring. I'll do a game for $350, but I'm going to analyze it all through the lens of motor preferences. Yeah, I think some people would be falling asleep maybe if you did that. 3-2 count. Throw. Thought he was giving grounders to the infielder. Runner on second, 1 out. 3-2 count, runner on second, 1 out. All right, Canes is kind of I like how Canes is actually I can just find this game and then I'll why is it not on? Oh, that's the Atlantic 10. Okay. Where is Stetson? There we go, Stetson. All right. I'll pull up the box score, the live box score, the stat broadcast while we wait. All right. All right, so we got first and second. So he walked. All right, so we got 1 out. First and second. I'm never gonna get this this information. And you know what? I have a game tonight at 5:30 with the high school team. And so I'm gonna be able to watch like half the Georgia Tech game, but the second half I'm not gonna be able to watch. So I'm hoping they start out strong, Just pulling for my former school. Pender's keeping freshmen in first and second. Someone illegally streaming on YouTube. Look at chat. I'll send the link here. I can't see it. I can't see it in the chat. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I've seen, and I don't know. Like maybe there's ways. It's Wesleyan High School in I can't remember. Peachtree Corners, I think, is where it is. It's just like north of Atlanta. It's not letting me send. 102K subs. Like that's the thing. Like I think you can't monetize it. Maybe if you do that, maybe I'll just try it. And it's not like I've ever gotten any strikes or anything. But I still have to log into my account. Hit by pitch, bases loaded. That's right. We got bases loaded now. Who we got up? All right, we got Junior J. Hyleton. I'm guessing that's his name. Stetson really getting out hit. I mean, look, this is usually the predictor of who wins the game. If you look at, and this is something my dad always told me, it's the team that has the most runs scored in one inning. So right now, that's UConn. So that's a good indicator for UConn. But if you look over here, UConn or Stetson does have more walks, which is good. UConn's striking out a lot, but they've actually hit for a lot better. And then who's winning the errors? Stetson has one error. So right now, if you're looking at those three metrics, all right, who's winning the free passes? That's Stetson. UConn's winning the errors, and UConn's winning the biggest single inning. So right now, to me, Stetson with a tie, huh? Walks, dude. And this is how bad walks are, guys. Like this is why when I tell you guys in recruiting that these coaches do not want to deal with like a guy who's going to walk the house or, basically what, what I'm saying. They don't care if you throw hard. They don't care if you do this, whatever. It's because of this right here. You're in the bottom of the seventh. You have a 1-run lead. Stetson's not hitting the ball, right? They 4 hits in 7 innings. They're not hitting the ball, but they've got 3 walks in this inning, and all of a sudden they've tied the game, right? Two walks, a hit by pitch in this inning alone. So it's 3. Okay, so it's 3 walks and a hit by pitch. Yeah, that's in a third of an inning pitch. In a third of an inning, 7 walks by UConn pitching, and that's again the biggest thing that we would look at. I can't talk again. That we would look at the end of the game is, I'm going to put the game on. I can't log into my account right now. I have to get the information. Oh, I just got it. All right, we're signing in, boys. We are signing in. Okay. Give me 1 second here. It's go time. We got to sign in. All right, what do I do? Log out because that account doesn't work. Dude. Log in. All right. Yeah, like Canes, trust me, I would definitely be logged in and watching. I didn't have the information. The password's like a ridiculous password, and it's not really one you can remember. You know, it's one of those like, you have like the app that makes all your passwords for you. Buck, yeah. Hey, that's not it, but I like where your head is. All right, I have the game up. We got a bullpen. I have it up, boys. I have it up. Now, answer me this: can you guys hear this volume in the background? No. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is like. I mean, you're not in a. All right. What's the score now? You're probably playing a matchup here. Right-handed hitter's got to be coming up if you're bringing in this sidearm guy. My password is Miami Hurricanes to best 305. Yeah, that was like we know that's your password, Canes. Like that, we know you're not lying. All right, so we're playing matchups here, bringing in the sidearm guy to try. Hopefully, you get him out front of a slider, ground ball, or you jam him ground ball. The problem is if you jam him, it may not be hit hard enough, but you're going to run that sinker away to try to get him to swing on top, or you're going to go slider. First pitch fastball is kind of. I mean, that's kind of surprising there, just to be honest. Wow, what are you guys? That is a. How are you taking that pitch bases loaded? How are you taking that 1-0 pitch bases loaded? That's a really bad take because now you're getting a slider. You're getting a slider now. Yep. Strike two. 1-1, big off speed count, especially bases loaded. Like you're not throwing him 3 straight fastballs. That 1-0 pitch was probably the best pitch he's going to get this at bat now. And now you can do a bunch of different things. I like up and in sinker here, or two seam, run it on his hands, blow it by him, or you go slider down and away out of the zone. Backdoored it. And I will say that's probably off the plate. But again, like he's going to go back to the dugout and he's going to complain about the strike 3 call when he took a fastball right down the middle, right? And this is a hitter's approach when you're facing a righty facing a right-handed sidearm guy, you're looking for that fastball to start middle away and come back over the plate. That 1-0 pitch should have been hammered. Didn't swing the bat. Exactly. You got bases and we're taking again. What is the approach here? Like this is a big sign that these hitters think they're the ones in trouble when the pitcher is in a bases loaded 1-out situation. No, we're just taking strikes. We're just taking strikes. And again, when you're facing a right-hand sidearm guy as a right-handed hitter, you got to look for that pitch to start outer half, outer third, because it's going to run back over the middle of the plate. You're not looking middle in because that's going to run in under your hands for a ball. Now you can do whatever he wants. Tried to backdoor it. Good pitch. Really well executed pitch there. You definitely want to miss off the plate and don't. But you got to go like slider here now. I think you got to go slider. You got to show him something different. He's timed up on a fastball. Change up, okay. You can tell he's really trying to backdoor this two seam and that changeup. He was trying to backdoor there. Exactly, Jared. Strike 3. A lot of hitters will complain about strike 3, but they took a really good pitch to hit. Oh, we got some, and this is the thing now. You've kind of put yourself. You've thrown so many fastballs now. You're probably going to go. I mean, I don't hate the slider here, but again, you got to throw it for a strike. Yep. Too many fastballs. You had him 0-2 and you had him 0-2 and you tried to backdoor steal a strike instead of throw a strikeout pitch. Not throwing any sliders in that situation is really, really strange, especially when you're up 0-2. And again, you threw, of 6 pitches, you threw 5 fastballs. So, think about it, guys. In a 3-2 count, a guy can go off speed. But you're going to be able to time up a fastball. You've seen it 5 times. It's not going to get on you.
Yeah, the camera was bad. I couldn't tell. I don't know exactly what happened, but it looked like it should have been an out. It looks like it should have been an out. They said it hit off someone's leg. How does it hit off your foot? I wish they can we see a replay, please? Oh, I forgot this is a game in Puerto Rico. Not a lot of people in the stands. That is. How do we watch the game? This is on ESPN Plus. We're watching on ESPN Plus. No, Flow is the only way to watch. Flow is the only way to. Sorry, guys. I'm going to change the title because we're actually watching Stetson UConn because I don't want to make you guys. Let me see. I'm going to change the title because the Oklahoma State Clemson game is on Flow Sports, and it's basically you're going to pay like $30 to watch like maybe 2 games, and then you won't be able to watch any more games on it. So I don't want to make like if a lot of you guys probably don't have it. I don't have it, and there's no sense in doing it. Most of you guys probably have ESPN Plus, which is fine. So we're watching UConn Stetson. We're going to pivot here probably in like 20 minutes to a different game that we can watch. Right. This and what you guys are seeing here is they're not making an adjustment approach wise. This is a sidearm, 2 seams, a little bit of sink guy. Like you have to look middle away. You have to look outer half of the plate because he's first of all, you saw how he's pitched the first 2 guys. You saw how he's pitched the first 2 guys. He's just living away. So either get up on the plate and turn that outer half pitch into a middle in pitch or look out there. He's really not throwing anything in. And I think if he does, it's a show pitch. He's really not comfortable going into righties from what you can tell. Cambio, change up. There we go. Stetson takes the lead. That's what walks do, guys. Walks kill you. And that's why when these coaches are recruiting pitchers, like one of the first things they are asking is, does he throw strikes? What's his strike percentage? How well does he command his off speed? Because you just can't afford to walk guys in college baseball. You walk guys in college baseball, they will score. In the big leagues, guys have swing and miss stuff. So you walk guys, you can get out of it. But in college baseball, most guys do not have, the elite swing and miss stuff. So if you get guys on base, hitters are going to put it in play and good stuff happens. And you saw that right there. Stetson hit it. We didn't see exactly what happened, but it looks like, hit off the second baseman's foot. I don't know if it was an error, if it went down as a hit. But you put the ball in play in college, the defenses are just not very good. Good stuff happens. You posted the stat stream, Zach? Let me see. Yeah, I can pull up the stat stream for the Clemson game. Yeah, I don't like that some of these early tournaments are on like a streaming service that you're never going to use unless you're like a Houston Astros fan or something. Clemson right now has bases loaded with their 9-hole guy up. And again, how did Clemson get it going right now? They have a hit by pitch, they have a walk, and they have a single to third base. Must have been a swinging bunt or something. Stetson Hatters. Stetson had that disaster in the 5th inning with walks, and now UConn has a disaster in the 7th inning. Yeah, that's how all the disasters start. Is you walk a few guys to lead off the inning, and now you're just in a terrible situation. So yeah, I mean Stetson 2-run lead now, but again, like this is the funny thing is like a 2-run lead when I was playing college baseball in the 8th inning or whatever. I don't know if I think we're top of the 8th. Like you felt really good about that. In this era, it's like, man, 2 runs is nothing. All right, let's see what's going on in this at bat for Clemson. Nothing updated yet. They still have bases loaded with 1 out. Bases loaded with 1 out. So really what you want if you're Stetson right here is you just want a guy, you like just get ahead of hitters, throw strikes, right? A solo shot's not going to beat you. You just don't let base runners on. Make them hit their way on. And that was hit well. Off the end, maybe? Oh, off the end. Base hit. That's what you UConn. That's what you need right there. Get the leadoff guy on. UConn has life. That's right. You get that leadoff guy on. You just feel like, oh, we're scoring. You feel, the leadoff guy gets out. You're like, yeah, it's going to be tougher to score now. You get those first 2 guys out. You're like, yeah, we're not scoring. He just hung that slider and it, still got him out front, but it's just, it's right down the middle. So you got so much, he's just a little bit out front, but it's able to line it in the center. Bad swing. What are you swinging at, man? Right. That's a bad swing right there. Way out of the zone. Can't do anything with that. And as a left-handed hitter, you shouldn't even be you should be looking middle in right there to hit it in the 4-hole. Double play, Oklahoma State gets out of the inning. Wow. That's tough. That's tough for Clemson. That's a big momentum shift for Oklahoma State getting out of a jam like that. So same thing. This right-handed pitcher for Stetson, he's got some run and sink on his fastball. So I'm looking up and away. I'm looking for a fastball that's starting up, upper half of the zone, outer half, and I'm letting it run right back in the middle. Oof. Tough strike call there, I think, on that breaking ball. Definitely up. Double play with Cantarella on deck. Yeah, it's tough. The 9-hole guy was up. Oof. Did he get enough of it? Nope. Down in that humid air in Puerto Rico, man. I remember playing in the Dominican Winter League, and the ball just went nowhere. It's just so humid, so hot. Air was like thick. These kids from UConn are probably like, it hadn't been this hot in Connecticut in probably 8 months. That is tough, though, Zach. Double play with your best hitter coming up. But again, that's the college game. Is when you come up with bases loaded with 1 out, you should immediately be thinking, all right, the one thing I cannot do is ground into a double play. I can fly out, I can strike out, but I cannot ground into a double play. Yeah, it's Miami too, man. Yeah, I mean, going down to Miami, you're playing catch before BP and you're already drenched in sweat. What's a lock in college baseball today? Need to make some money. I don't know, man. I don't really look too deep into like the betting stuff, just because like it's just I don't really do any sports betting. Now I have a bunch of buddies that do, but it's 29 degrees here in Connecticut. Yeah, exactly. They probably feel great. Stetson's like, this is pretty normal, even though they're not quite in South Florida. So Yeah, that's the thing right now, you mama. The problem is like if you are going to bet on college baseball, like early in the year, you just really don't know yet how good teams are. And so it's like you're kind of again, there's certain teams that there's like those top 5 teams, you're like, okay, you know what you're going to get. But outside of them, like think about last year, Tennessee was ranked, I think, like 23rd preseason or 24th, like really near the bottom of top 25, and they ended up being like the best team in the country. So get an Ultra Stream V2 box. It gets everything, including minor league baseball, A to AAA. It's crazy. Ultra Stream V2 box. Okay, let me look that up. Ultra Stream V2 box. We'll look into it. Well, it's 1-0 Clemson. Guess they had a review and said he was safe. Ooh, yeah. And then Canarella struck out looking. So they scored 1, but that's better than scoring nothing. What's your final score prediction for which game, Blake? Yeah, baseball in general is usually best to bet the underdogs. Yeah, and I mean in college baseball it's a little bit different, but again, like if a top 25 team that's really good, but their midweek starter is not very good, like all of a sudden it's a lot easier to make that, but you just don't know that yet this early in the season. You don't know. There could be a really good starter that is supposed to be really good, and then all of a sudden he's terrible the first start, and but if you're Stetson, like you got to add on here. You got to add on. You add an extra run here. Try to get on base. Bad swing. Bad pitch to swing at. Bad swing to swing. Bad pitch to swing at. Up out of the zone. But you're going to see that a lot here early, because guys are, no matter how well they were swinging it in the preseason, it doesn't really matter until the game start. Yeah, that's not a good 2-1 swing. Exactly, Buck. Like, and you see that with young hitters and amateur hitters, is that they're scared to take if they think it's close and it's going to be strike 2, they don't want to get to 2 strikes, so they'll just swing at something even though they're not looking at it, and that's the result. If you're not looking for a pitch and it's not where you're looking for it to be, the chances of you actually, and then we're just going to take a pitch outer half. Chipola getting beat by Eastern Mississippi 7-1. Chipola starters giving up 9 hits through 2 innings. Yikes. I can hear my son screaming upstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I don't know what's going on. Hi, Kyle. Hitting question. What part of your upper body do you use to initiate the swing or get on plane? Is it rear shoulder or anything other than hands? So me personally, John, my hands, and Donnie Ecker told me this, who I think is one of the best hitting guys in the game. He's on big league staff with the Rangers, and it depends on the type of hitter you are. My hands were always elite getting to the baseball, and what he told me is like, listen, your lower half is under rotating. So your hands, while they're your biggest strength, sometimes they're your biggest weakness because they get outside of your body and out front of your body. So me personally, when I made the adjustment, I just started thinking about my lower half initiating the swing. I didn't think anything about my upper half, and that worked for me really well. So again, when I made that adjustment, I didn't think anything upper body. But everyone's different. So it's just about a feel and what you like. Me personally, though, I do not like thinking about a mechanical move while I'm tracking the baseball. Wow. Tough throw from third there. And this is when I tell you guys that the defenses in college baseball are just not very good. It's because of plays like that. That's a play when you watch a professional baseball game, it gets made 99.9% of the time. And that's just like not even close at first base. Overthrown. And now you've given Stetson one more out to try to add on here, right? And this guy may hit a 2-run bomb, and all of a sudden you're like, we lost the game because we couldn't make a play at third. Yeah, you got to get your pitcher off the field. Pitch out. I don't like the pitch out there just because you got 2 outs and you just gave him a free ball, and your pitcher was ahead 0-1. So I don't like I get you're trying to keep the runner from getting the second, but you got 2 outs, and you just got the hitter back into the count. Are you saying, Zach? You saying Chipola's 2-5 so far this year? And he went. And that's typically what's going to happen when you pitch out like that. Like the guy, if he is trying to steal, you pitch out, he's going to go the next time. Yeah, I like that too, Buck. I like that steal right after the pitch out because okay, they're not going to pitch out again. I do like a pick after a pitch out if you're the pitcher, but good base running there and good instincts by the hitter or the base runner for Stetson. And again, you were in an 0-1 count. You gave him a free ball, and now it's 3-1, right? Oh, Wallace Dothan. Okay. And now you walked him. Yeah, he didn't throw an 8-hopper. That's right. Oklahoma State has tied the game with Clemson. 2 outs in the inning. A solo shot by Avery Ortiz from Oklahoma State. So it's 1-1 now in the top of the third. Aiden Knack for Clemson through 2 2/3 has 7 Ks, 0 walks. 1 hit given up, and it's a home run. Yep, I just saw that, Zach. Aiden Knack's really pitching well, though. 2 2/3 innings, 7 Ks. He's basically struck out almost every hitter for an out. He's only missed 1 guy. A line out to center field is what it was. Great change up there. Great job by UConn's pitcher getting ahead of this guy. Great 0-1 change up there. Started like middle away, probably looked just like a fastball coming out of the hand. Number 9 hitter with the home run. Tough. 7 Ks. Yep, he's got 7 K. Up. Yep, and this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. Yeah, I don't like that base running there going 3. Runner's going to score at home easily, and you just kind of got him out of the inning. Again, maybe he wouldn't have led to a run, but I think base runners sometimes think like, well, my job's to draw the throw, and it's like, yeah, if it's going to be really close at home. But if it's not going to be close at home, you just ran into an out at third base. So Stetson gets 2 more after they just kind of give up a few base runners that they maybe shouldn't have, and from an error, and then you end up walking a guy that you get 0-1 on. Tourney time limit? I don't know if there's a time limit. He got a hold of that. Yeah, he crushed that down the line. Kept it fair. Oh my gosh, this McDonald's ad is making me so hungry. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. That sweet and sour sauce with the McDonald's French fries. Oh my gosh. Oh my. UNC Texas Tech. Yeah, we're gonna pivot to UNC Texas Tech next. Or is UNC Texas Tech in the same tournament? It can't. No, it can't be. No, they're in Chapel Hill. Maybe I know UNC Texas Tech is on ACC network only, so we may not be able to. Stetson up 10-6. Going to the top of the ninth. Can UConn get a rally here? UNC is up 3-0. UNC is very good. UNC is my pick to win the ACC. I think they got some really good starting pitching. Maybe the best overall starting pitching in the ACC. Does Georgia Tech ODU go over 14.5 runs? It depends entirely on Georgia Tech starting pitcher. If Georgia Tech starting pitcher does well, I think no. If he's out early, I think yes. So that's a determination you have to make because he's Georgia Tech starting pitcher. Tate McKee has got very good stuff. Mid-90s fastball, really good slider, changeup's decent. So I think if he's got his stuff and he's throwing strikes, he's going to be tough for ODU to put up a lot of runs on. Again, I could be wrong, but the Georgia Tech offense is going to put up runs. So it's just a question of if Georgia Tech starting pitcher does not do well, could be a big scoring game. Stetson right here. All you need your guy to do is throw strikes. Just throw strikes, get ahead. Don't try to do too much. But not looking good. If I'm UConn right now, if I'm this hitter, I'm taking this pitch. I'm not even trying to swing. I'm going to make him throw a strike. Because what a lot of guys do wrong is they think, oh, I'm getting a good pitch to hit, but it's like, there we go. Now, okay, he threw a strike. Now we're back in attack mode. And remember, you're down 4 runs in the ninth. Like your run means nothing. You need to get on base. The Clemson game 5, you can watch at Flow Sports. I think that's in the hole. Yep. Okay. Man, you see how thick that grass is? That ball is dying in the outfield grass. Buck, UNC Deckard, I don't know how you say it, is pitching. He's nasty. Yeah, he's really good. UConn has life, though. Good take. Good take by UConn there. Oof. And I'm already, if I'm Stetson, I'm getting someone loose in the pen. I'm getting someone loose in the pen. First hitter, loud contact. His command is kind of all over the place. I'm just seeing a lot of red flags as a coach right now, and I'm thinking, all right, we can't wait around for him to. Again, he may end up figuring it out, but you can't assume he's going to figure it out. Oh gosh, you got to lay off of that, man. That's a 3-1. That's a 3-1 count. Now you're 2-2. Good take. Good take. Up and away. Don't think you're going to see a slider here from this guy. I mean, if you're in a 2-2 count and you're still throwing fastball, you're probably going to go fastball again, 3-2. Wait, what is that base runner doing? What is that guy doing? Yeah, that 2-1 swing lost the at bat for him, right? That swing at that pitch 2-1 lost him the at bat. Not sure what the base runner at first is doing. He's like almost at second base on the shallow fly ball. I think if the center fielder had caught it and just come up throwing immediately, he's out. Jeez. That was right down the middle. How many fastballs? All right, so the umpire's telling him, "Hey, if you're going to go to your mouth, you got to wipe on your body somewhere on your pants." That's a rule. That's the old spitball rule. So guys, if the pitcher goes to his mouth to get some grip, some spit, whatever, he can't go this and then right to the ball. He's got to wipe somewhere. Is what the umpire's telling him. Oh, so and again, this hitter right here. He takes a first pitch fastball right down the middle. Second pitch, great pitch here by Stetson's guy. Change up right off the same plane. Now I got a swing. Well, it's a change up. What you guys are seeing already is that a lot of these hitters are getting out not because of the pitch that they end up striking out on or they end up putting in play. It's because they took a pitch that they just shouldn't have taken, or they swung at a pitch out of the zone they shouldn't have swung at, right? So it's the guys who make the best swing decisions are generally the best hitters. OK State getting the knack in the third. Oh, yeah. Schubert doubled down the left field line, advanced to third on an error by the right fielder. Yeah, Oklahoma State up 3-1 on Clemson now. Aiden Knack all of a sudden kind of getting hit, right? He's still not walk. He's only got one walk. He's got 7 Ks, but he's given up some extra base hits. UConn pretenders early. Maybe. Yeah, this is looking they had life early, but this is not looking just not a couple not great at bats from UConn's hitters. Where can I watch the Pitt game? I'll have to check. And that's the game. All right, now we're pivoting. Let's see where else we can go. Virginia, Michigan is on ESPN Plus. We could go Virginia, Michigan. Let me check if we got Texas Tech, UNC. It's only ACC Network, so I think we go Virginia, Michigan, guys. Cardboard, what's up, dude? Today's a great day. It's not a good day. It's a great day. Stetson takes out UConn. Yeah, ESPN Plus, Christian Nunez. ESPN Plus. We're going to Virginia, Michigan now, guys. Virginia, Michigan. Let's change the title here. Why is it not letting me do this? UNC Texas Tech is on ESPN Plus. It's only ACC Network though. Let me check. I'll check. I probably can access. I just have to put in my YouTube TV stuff, but either one's fine. I think they're both going to be good games. Let's go Virginia, Michigan. Unless you want to watch the UNC and just keep us updated on it, Buck. The play-by-play guy needs to actually look at Enrique when he's saying some of this stuff. He's just like staring into the camera. Penn State is on this field at 4 p.m. Yeah, it's a different field. Yeah, they're playing on multiple fields. Brian O'Connor is starting to look old. Like, I remember when he was coaching at Virginia when I was playing at Georgia Tech, he seemed like a really and he was, generally speaking, like he seemed like a really young head coach. But he now now when I see him, I'm like he looks like he's starting to age a little bit. I don't know if I like that big red thing in center field as my batter's eye. What the heck was that thing? Gotta love the guy in the background holding up the sign. Yeah, they're just having the home plate meeting. I finally cleared all this, like, you may not want to hear it, but all this mucus I had up in my sinuses that it's been for like 4 weeks. I finally got all that cleared today. I mean, yeah, this offense is going to be ridiculous. The starting pitching, I think, is going to be really good. Obviously, they don't have Evan Blanco this week, right? We talked about that yesterday. He will not be pitching tonight, so we'll be interested to see kind of do they move up? Do they move up their Saturday guy to Friday and their Sunday guy to Saturday, or do they just kind of throw their number 3 on Friday? Excited to see Woolfolk pitch for Virginia, or Woolfolk. You know him? Do you know him or something like that, Zach? That batter's eye is tough in center field. What is that? It's like an Olympic torch or something. It's red. I guess we'll get a good idea kind of what Michigan's got, though. Well, okay, starting for Virginia today. Okay, let me see here. Let me do some research here. All right, Michigan's taking the field. We're starting, baby. We're starting. Let me see. Jay Woolfolk. Okay, so he pitched 62 innings last year, a lot of walks, more strikeouts than innings pitched, gave up a lot of hits too, 270 opponent batting average, and 40 walks in 62 innings. So we'll be interested to see how he does. Georgia up 6-1 already on Quinnipiac. Yeah, I mean, I think that was going to be that's not even going to be a fun game to watch, just to be honest. Georgia's really good, and their offense is they're gonna push for the best offense in the country. Certainly, like in the power numbers department, they're gonna put up a lot of runs. They're gonna hit a lot of home runs. Let's check back. Let me check on my box score live stats for the Clemson Oklahoma State game. Clemson's got one guy on with 2 outs in the bottom of the third with Listy up at the plate. I do think, guys, like Clemson, the thing that they really need to prove is how good their offense is going to be, because they have Canarella. They got a few other guys, but they do have a lot of question marks in that lineup and just how they're going to perform. Yeah, I mean, the Virginia has just got an all-around really good team. Offense, pitching, defense. Always odd to me when a catcher is throwing down and a pitcher doesn't throw from the stretch. Yeah. To me, though, my thing is like, if you're preparing to throw in the windup, you either should throw like half your pitches from the windup and half from the stretch. But like, there's some guys who would say, well, my plan is not to be in the stretch. Looks like he's got a pretty good arm for Michigan here. Working quick too. Again, you watching the action on this fastball. I mean, he's got some run and sink. So if you're a Virginia hitter, you gotta take that into account when your approach, right? If you're a lefty like Didowick is, you're looking up and in for a sinker to start there. Great play! Wow, great play. The camera work in Puerto Rico right now is not great, just to be honest. But we saw enough of that. It was a great play by Michigan's second baseman. Great play. Yeah. What a play, Buck. Yeah. That's setting the tone right there defensively from the first play. Don't hit it to me. I'm gonna swipe it up. Good job by Michigan starter getting ahead. Oh, that's tough. That's a play you got to make. That's a play you got to make. And then not a play. Wasn't easy though. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but got a bad jump, right? Got a bad read on it. And then to me, I'm watching, kind of coasted after it. And then I do not, if you have to reach forward for the ball, I do not like the foot first slide. Foot first slide is like, I'm going to catch it. It's going to make it a little bit easier. But if he just dives head first there, he catches it, right? But he slides feet first, so you're not really gaining any ground, and he's reaching forward to catch it. You'll take that as your first hit of the season, though. You'll take that all day. Michigan kid's going to melt on that turf heat down in Puerto Rico in the late innings. Yeah. Virginia, though, too. I mean, Virginia, it ain't warm in Virginia right now. Generally speaking. It's definitely colder in Michigan. You got that frozen Great Lakes blowing wind down on you. Can we get the count, like the count working on the graphic? All right, now I said it and it's working now. Oh, you got to wear that. Your 1-2 count, you got to wear that, man. You got to wear it 1-2. Sorry. It's going to hurt, but you got to wear it. Get you out of that game. Get you out of that at bat. Can you tell like this hitter is a terrestrial, just like sitting in his legs? Jeff Bagwell almost. Good play. Again, so if you wore it right there, take the hit by pitch. You're on first. No at bat. Instead, you get the 0 for 1. Oof. 0-2. 0-2. He might have gone there. Oof, that was close. Remember, guys, if you're in the chat right now, we are watching Virginia, Michigan on ESPN Plus. If you are watching other games, keep us updated with what's going on. OSU is now beating Clemson 4-1 with 5 hits against Aiden Knack. Another home run. Yeah, I agree, Buck. I mean, the problem with the check swing is that in the rule book, it's just basically subjective decision made by the umpire. There's no guidelines for it. It's just like if the umpire thinks you attempted a swing, you attempted a swing, and that's why you'll see a guy go past home plate, and the guy will call it safe. Yeah, big out there. Or you'll see a guy swing and stop it before home plate, and they'll still call it. You can't review it because there's no guideline in the rule book. I'd like to see that changed. Like, just make it to where, the barrel has to pass home plate, and then it's a swing. Country road. Oklahoma State has a runner at third with 2 outs with Avery Ortiz up, who hit a home run last at bat. So Oklahoma State really getting to Aiden Knack, who again D1 Baseball had as number 3 overall starting pitcher in the country, number 4. They're getting to him. Agree. Barrel pass front of the plate is pretty reasonable, and you can review it. Yeah, it's just like make it to where you can review it. Because the worst ones, like I get it, the worst ones are when a guy really doesn't go and they still bang him. Those are the ones that really kind of annoy me. Although I don't really want a lot more reviews in MLB game, given how long they take. Yeah, 100% agree. Mark Miller, not able to watch Clemson game. Knack not able to land secondary pitch for strikes. He's pretty good. He's got really good stuff. Really good fastball. His changeup is very good. I think he's got a slider and a curveball that both are good. And he just throws strikes. But yeah, it looks like I'm not watching the game. I'm just following it, the live score. And he's got 1 walk. It just seems like he's leaving stuff in the middle of the plate. 2 doubles, giving up 2 home runs so far in 4 innings. But you're right, Mark. He's pretty good. And he was really good. He was a freshman last year. So he's just a sophomore, but he didn't pitch like a freshman. Okay, we got Woolfolk starting the game. Yeah. Like you said, Zach. Yeah, I really want to watch the Clemson game, but I'm not going to pay $30 for a month of watching like maybe a couple games and never watching them again because they're not going to have anything else. So it just doesn't make sense. And I don't want anybody here spending money to watch it. Oof, Cambio. Oh, you dude, be aggressive and just grab that thing with your glove and tag him. Yeah. I think Woolfolk served a couple different roles last year. I mean, he kind of came in and closed sometimes. He was started some games, coming into tough situations in the middle of the games. I wonder if they're going to extend him or if he's just going like 2 innings. He's, pre-holding the split grip. Yeah, classic pitching motion. Yeah, just kind of your stock pitching motion. Split finger plays really well off the four seam. But if you're trying to pick up something on him, he's starting split grip. So if you're seeing him mess around in the glove some, you're thinking, okay, it may not be the split. It's either going to be a fastball or like a slider. Yeah, it looks like he's got a little cut action to his glove side, Buck. Little four seam cut, like probably not on purpose, but probably just, if he gets the more glove side he gets, the more it has a little bit of natural cut. I don't like that tripling up. I don't like tripling up there. You went 3 straight fastballs. Like, just throw him something different, right? Throw him a split, throw him a slider, just to get him off the fastball timing and everything like that. You go 3 straight to a good hitter, that's what's going to happen. Even though it was a well executed pitch, top of the zone, just good swing by the Michigan hitter to get on top. Always tell our pitchers to grip in a way that is none of their pitches, so they're always moving the ball in the glove. Yeah. You understand it with the split because with the split, you really do need to kind of really push down to get that in there. So it's the reason guys with split fingers do that is because it's usually, if they don't, it's pretty obvious for someone who's got the eye to see he's digging for a split. So it makes sense for a split, but like you said, Buck, you just got to be careful when you move the ball into your glove that you're not showing anything. Richmond game winners versus Navy. Mick Aoki about to turn it around. That's right, Mark. Good start for Mick and the guys at Richmond. I think it's Mick. Is it Mike? It's Mick, I think. Two outs, really holding the runner close at first. Again, first inning and 2 outs, it's just like, get the hitter, man. Let's get the hitter. Yeah, you can see on the field, it's turf infield, but around each base is dirt. So there's little islands of dirt. The mound is dirt. Home plate's dirt. Everything else is turf except for kind of little islands around the bases. Man, 2-0 late on a fastball. It's tough. It's nice to see his hat clip so it doesn't fall off every pitch. Gets annoying to watch. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of the schools, like the hat brands that they use, like it just seems like some guys, their hat is just falling off at all times. It's like, I don't know how you could pitch like that. I would be so annoyed if that was happening to me. Oh my. I don't think that was a splitter. I think he just zooed the catch. If you have a true split, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming. Not true, Jared. Not true. Because remember, like a split finger is a split finger is really just a changeup. It's going to have really loose spin. Splits are actually really easy to pick up because their spin rates are very, very low. And some guys actually, when they throw a split, it will actually even look kind of like a knuckleball. But you're right. I mean, splits, you don't, the reason splits are more difficult for a lot of American born players is that you don't see it a lot. Like over in Korea and Japan, all they do is throw split fingers. But in America, you don't see a lot of guys throwing split fingers because a lot of people think it leads to, it puts a lot of pressure on the UCL. But if you know any pitch is coming, it makes it easier to hit. The hat falling off each pitch in youth baseball drives me nuts. Yeah, me too. Kids take big hat sizes so it doesn't mess their pretty hair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, what is that? Wait. What is going on? What happened? Did Michigan not know there was 2 outs? Is anyone going to, are the broadcasters going to talk about how they didn't score 2 runs on this? Yeah, but this is that's a big mess up by Michigan. They should have had 2 runs easy there. They should have had 2 runs easy. And the right fielder played it terribly off the wall. He's like right next to the wall, and it bounced past him. Dude, but like, what am I watching? Yeah, if you're Michigan, you're like, what are you doing? There's 2 outs. Virginia getting off easy here. I mean, this could very well be. I think honestly, it would have been runner on third, 2-run score because the guy who hit the double looked like he was going for 3, but then he realized, wait, there's a bunch of people in front of me. Huge base running error by Michigan. Like both those runs should have scored easily. And like no one's going to bring it up. None of these broadcasters are going to bring it up that like that Michigan's team forgot there was 2 outs. They're base runners. Or at least the guy that was on second. They must be relaxing those academic standards in Michigan. Yeah, maybe. Oof. Swinging at a pitch up and out of the zone for 0-1, or now making it 0-2. And see, this is what I'm trying. This is what I try to tell you guys. Like, the reason hitters at the college level struggle is because a lot of them just make bad swing decisions. Like they swing at pitches they shouldn't. They don't swing at pitches they should. Wait, was there 1 out? Wait. Did we? Is there not 2 outs? Okay. Okay, so this is a little bit different then. A little bit different. Why did it say there was 2 outs on the board? Yeah, I don't know. I swear 2 guys got out though, didn't they? I'm trying to think, what were the outs? What have the outs been so far? The first out was what was the first out? Kyle, call your guys to ESPN to fix the stats. I'm trying. I'll text my producer. Yeah, it showed 2, Bill. I don't know. I thought there was 2, but maybe not. Yeah, the last out and the strikeout. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it wasn't nearly as bad of a base running blunder as we thought. But I still think like he yeah, I mean that's probably they probably don't score any more runs there in that situation. Even though it didn't look great. All right, Michigan with a 2-run lead to start. Good for Michigan. Okay, Michigan academic standards returned. Yeah. I remember I was thinking, man, like first game of the year, first inning, you're hitting, you guys mess up on the base path. That's pretty tough. Oklahoma State is still up 4-1, top 5. Oklahoma State is up again, and Aiden Knack is out of the game. So he went 4 innings for Clemson. Right now, Clemson is 2 for 14 at the plate. They have 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. So they've struck out in like 40% of their at-bats. Oklahoma State has struck out in about 50% of their at-bats, but they've hit some extra base hits when they've put it in play. They have 5 hits and 2 doubles, 2 home runs. And now mid-5, Clemson is coming to the okay, we got Virginia coming back. I will be right back. 1 second, guys. All right, we're back. We're back. We got some fuel. We got some food. Bio break? No. I was getting some food. We got to eat. You know what I mean? Kyle's back, Coog. Dude, better not have left, Coog. So what happened in the Virginia game when I left? I saw they get hit by pitch to start. Clemson's got life here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 runners on, 1 out. Canarella 0 for 3 today. Not what you want out of your leadoff hitter. Supposed to be superstar. I don't know if you guys know the restaurant Houston's, but I got a little takeout Ding's crispy chicken sandwich. If you can see this thing, oof. Hey, that don't suck. Wes, get out of here, Wes. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, Wes. I'm not allowed to eat while we watch baseball together? Come on, man. Yeah, hey, they're good. Okay, Buck. UVA runner on second, 2 outs. Lefty hits a soft liner, base hit to left field. Left fielder charges hard, and third base coach puts up the stop sign and saved a run. Do you think he gets thrown out at home? Tramley, there is, but it's on Flow Sports, and basically they're only going to have like this weekend tournament, and then you're basically not going to watch that the rest of the season. So I don't want anybody like paying $30 for it. I missed your message above. Let me see, Wes. I might be doing some scouting in the Dominican. How can you help any top prospects that I find? Well, I don't know. Like, it depends on what are you going to be doing in the Dominican. Are you scouting Dominican-born players? Are you going to be down there in the Winter League scouting American, professional players? I got to know more what you're doing. He definitely would have been thrown out. Okay. But my thing, Buck, is if there's 2 outs and it's a soft hit line drive, how is it? Maybe was the guy just playing in too? Like, because typically that's a good base hit with 2 outs to score on, right? It's usually the ones that are crushed where you're like, yeah, he didn't have a shot. Like you're saying, the outfielder did a good job charging hard. But still, you think with 2 outs that the guy should get a pretty good jump because you're going on contact. Finding talent to sign so I can get paid. So are you trying to be like an agent or a Buscone for the Dominicans? Left fielder charged hard, wasn't playing deep. Okay. Was it a 2-strike swing too? Because if it was 2 strikes with the lefty up, like you're probably bringing in your left fielder a little bit, right? Making him play shallow, or at least that's what I would do. So that all kind of lines up with what you're saying. Yeah, like an agent. From Buck West, if you're not Dominican, it's hard to break into that market. It's well covered by the local Buscones. Yeah, Buscones. He's definitely right, Wes. Like, it's definitely hard to kind of break out or and like establish, especially as an American. Are you fluent in Spanish? Man, the sandwich is good. Holy cow. Hanging split right there. Hanging split. It doesn't mean it's not possible, Wes, but like what he's saying is correct. I mean, it's very the Buscones out there are not going to be. I don't know a block of Spanish just looking for 95 plus pitchers to sign. Well, those guys don't know English, so you got to be able to communicate with them. And they're also gonna. I mean, you got to think, man. Some of the Buscones on there, they're getting kids locked down when they're like 13 years old, 14 years old, even earlier than that. The one opening is to find kids that aren't being funneled at 16 into the MLB international signings, bring them to the U.S. for mostly JUCOs. However, they need to have some money. Yeah. Golly, that I want more of that sandwich now. All right, let's see what's going on. Clemson is bases loaded for Clemson. 2 outs with Listy at the plate. Yeah, I was gonna say, Wes, like one of the Dominican is gonna be tough because Dominicans, a lot of them do not speak good enough, or basically almost all of them at a young age, they do not speak good enough English, even to go to junior colleges in the States. But if you go to like the Bahamas and some of these other Caribbean islands that are getting bigger and bigger with baseball, you can actually find guys that know enough English to be able to go to like a JUCO in the States and do that way. I actually know Mike Nikias, who's an agent, major league, professional agent. He told me, he was talking to me about that last year. Coog, mile per hour for this Virginia kid. He's like low 90s pretty consistently. He may pop like a 94, but he's going to sit pretty much like 90, 93. Yeah, Puerto Rico, same thing. Same thing. And those guys will speak better English, but still, like, again, like it's not great. Basically, you get them JUCO scholarships, but make them pay him a fee. Not a great guy, but how the DR system works, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what Clemson's doing here. Listy walked. Clemson scores 4-2 with bases loaded, still with 2 outs. Is there a system if a player I find gets to the big leagues, then I would get a percentage of what he makes? Yeah, that's called being an agent. Generally, like the Major League Baseball agents are going to get around 5%. So if your guy signs for $100 million in a $100 million contract, you're getting $5 million, generally speaking. And that's the case for pretty much every Major League agent or every, professional agent on the pro side. Yeah, you'd have to be his registered agent with MLB all the way through, and you have to pay for you have to pay. I can't remember exactly how much money it is to be basically to get your license to be a pro agent. So you got to pay that, and then remember, a lot of these guys, you're going to be you're paying for their gear too. If they're your agent, you're paying for their gear. So like the thing about being an agent, no, it's not higher than that. There may be some Buscones who have a little higher percentage, but like generally the American agents, you're getting like 5%. Not much more than that. There may be guys getting a little bit more, but not that. Man, 5% is a lot. I might have to look into that. And as an agent, I can recruit from other countries. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can take whoever you want. You can take whoever you want. But you're making money. Where you make money as an agent is when they sign, get their signing bonus in the draft. And then once they get to the big leagues, you're making 5% off what they make. So really, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to be an agent, I'm going to make all this money. But it's like you really are only making a lot of money if you end up getting like a superstar. Yeah, Buscones take a bunch of the signing bonus. Yeah. And that's why there's kind of a negative connotation with a lot of the Buscones because of that. You feel like they're kind of ripping off the kid. This is my thing. How do you walk off the mound like? I mean, that ball is way inside. How do you run off the mound like that? Strike three. That's karma right there. You K strutted on a ball that's way in, and then you just give up a double. That's karma. They justify it because they sign kids at 12 years old and then house, feed, train, and educate them, and not all pay. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, they do a lot, and you know, still, it's like do you need 50% of like 5 million or 4 million, whatever they sign for? It's like, but I get what you're saying. And again, like remember the Dominican, like you're spending almost no American dollars. Like I think it was something like when I was down there playing in the winter of 2017, I think it was like the exchange rate was maybe like 5 to 1 or something like that. So $1 is like 5 Dominican pesos, I think is what it was called. So like the amount of money it costs to feed and house players down there is it's much cheaper than you think. Got the base runner to third. Love that. 60 pesos to $1. Yeah, that sounds. And again, like if you're buying something that's like worth $5 American, it's you just multiply it. But again, it's was just there for a tournament, so it's 60 now. I think it was like 40. I think it was like 48 or 50 something when I was there. But remember, again, it's like you're not buying food for like 1 peso. It's going to cost more than that. But like it may be like 10 pesos. So you're paying like 20 cents. Or if it's like 25 pesos, you're paying like 50 cents for like something that would be worth like $5 in the United States, or like $2-3. Yeah, but like 1 peso doesn't have the same buying capacity in the Dominican as a dollar. So it's not quite like You're not getting exactly 60-1. It's more like it's kind of like five times whatever amount of money you want to spend down there. Cheap as hell. We stayed in a nice beach hotel for under $100 a night. Yeah, I stayed. They put us in maybe the nicest hotel in Santo Domingo, which was the Embassy Suites. It was really nice. And then, yeah, but they do have like the Dominican. If you want to go on like a nice beach vacation, you talk about some really good resorts that are like dirt cheap, in Punta Cana or something. Whew. That strikeout's tough there for. Was that a strikeout right there? Actually, it was owned by Edwin Encarnacion, and he was there and hung out with our kids, which was cool. What was the place called, Buck? I probably know what you're talking about. Yeah, you. What's the resort down there in La Romana? Oh yeah, yeah. That's I know what you're talking about. It's probably the Casa de Campo. Casa de Campo. Is that what it was? It has like the best golf course in the Caribbean. It's called like something with the teeth of the dog, maybe, or something like that. And all the really famous Dominican players all own places out there in that resort. I almost played for La Romana actually. Hilton and La Romana. Okay. Jeez, man. Ballsy pitch. I mean, good pitch there. 3-1 slider, just perfect release point. Came out looking like a fastball. Great pitch there. Near Casa de Campo. Okay. Yeah, that's actually, if you play for La Romana, you stay at the Casa de Campo. So I almost signed there just because of that, but then the travel would have been really tough for a position player. Uh-oh. Get out of the inning, man. Offense struggling a little bit here early, but credit Michigan's pitcher. I mean, he's doing a great job mixing it up. Fastball's got some serious life on it. Run and sink, getting ahead of hitters, doing a good job getting out of some run scoring situations for Virginia. Yeah, La Romana is nice, better than Santo Domingo, but it's off by itself from a winter league travel standpoint. Yeah, the issue is like La Romana is in that southeastern part of on the coast, basically the very almost on the eastern part of the island, and and then basically all the other teams are west. So you'd go west, probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours to San Pedro de Macorís, and then you go west like 25 minutes to Santo Domingo, and then all the other teams are up in like Cibao. You have two teams, Santo Domingo. You have Escogido and Licey, and then you got the Gigantes in Cibao. You have the uh, what is it? The Aguilas up in Cibao, and so it's just like you're having some serious like 4 hour drives where you're not staying in a hotel after the game. You're driving back. So for a position player, if I was a pitcher, starting pitcher, oh my gosh, I'd go to La Armada every winter league because you start and then you only have to travel if you're pitching on the road. And if not, you don't even travel the team. You just go to the field early, get your work in, and then head back to the resort. Whew. Man, pitchers have the life, man. Starting pitchers have the life. Aguilas and Santiago, yeah, but it's in the it's in like I don't know what they call it. It's like a province of it's Cibao, Cibau, I think. Is a region of the Dominican Republic located in the northern part of the country. Cibao, Cibao. Michigan, leadoff hitter on, baby. And again, remember I told you guys this, like not having your Friday guy. I do think Virginia made the right decision that you're gonna throw a filler and you're not gonna move the rest of the guys up. But again, man, you lose your Friday guy, and I think he's number 7 preseason by D1 baseball for starting pitchers. Which to me, knowing what his stuff, kind of like his repertoire and what his stuff is, I think might have been. I think he's overranked, just to be honest. But still, like he's a legit Friday guy, and you lose that. That's a big loss. So if he's not able to come back healthy before ACC play, that's a massive loss for Virginia. All right, let's check what's going. Oh, okay. Clemson ended up scoring another run, so it was 4-3. But now Oklahoma State has answered in the 6th with a back-to-back doubles, and so now it's 5-6 or 5-3 in the middle of the 6th. Does Michigan challenge Oregon, Maryland for the Big Ten this season? I think they'll certainly be up there. I don't know if they're going to be as good as Oregon. It's so weird that Oregon's in the Big Ten. It's so weird that Cal and Stanford in the ACC. It's really a tragedy or a travesty what happened to the Pac-12. Pac-12 used to be one of the best baseball. Oh, little pickoff, dude. That is so bad. No outs. Your leadoff guy's on. And that's the thing with Wolfhook on the mound. He's got very quick feet. His pickoff is very good. So that's a guy in that situation, man. Like, I'm just not trying anything. But that's a rally killer right there getting picked off. It's even worse. I didn't see, but it's even worse if he just got caught and he wasn't even stealing. Like, that's the one where you're like, what are you doing? You're not even stealing. Why are you getting picked off? If you're stealing and you just you thought you get in a jump, you're getting a jump and you're still upset, but at least like they were trying to steal a base. And that's the inning for Michigan, and that's why the rally killer getting picked off first base after you lead off the inning with getting on base. All right, let's check OSU Clemson, bottom 6th. Clemson at the plate, 1 out so far, nobody on base. Bottom of the order up, 9-hole guy. Just looked it up. Most College World Series appearances all time. Yeah, and you have to remember, like the ACC is a younger conference, but I mean, look at that. Yeah, I mean the Pac-12 for the longest time was thought to be the best or like top two conference in college baseball, and it just got, it just kind of fell to the wayside over a couple decades. ACC third at 98. Yeah. And all those years of Miami, they were in like the Big East. Oh yeah, Arizona State. I mean, Arizona State was dominant really until like Pat Murphy left. I mean, they were like every year a top 5 team. All right, we got game back. Cantarella gets hit by a pitch, 1 runner on for Clemson, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. But yeah, USC, I mean, you talk about Mark Pryor. I mean, the guys that went to USC back in the day, that was like one of the best baseball programs in the country. Oof. Not how you want to start the inning if you're Michigan. A little hit by pitch, freebie with the slider, doesn't even hurt. Tom Seaver. You're going way back in time, Buck. Old dude, man. Yeah, Barry Bonds, Arizona State. I mean, these guys. They had legends. They had legends come out of those schools, and now it's like USC. Who's the last guy who's come out of USC that's been really good? Spencer Torkelson came out of Arizona State, but he's kind of been kind of a bust. Let's see what Spencer Torkelson's done. Yeah, I mean, he's just been bad, man. He's been bad. MLB career stats 253. MLB career stats 221, 300, 692 OPS. And that guy was like considered, he was the number 1 overall pick. And now we got a 3-0 count. Like, we're taking all the way here. We're taking all the way. Now, if I'm a left-handed hitter in this situation, I'm looking middle and fastball. I'm pulling it in the 4 hole. Huge hole over there. Not swinging at that. Ball 4. Wes would have hit that one probably to the moon if he was in the box. But the rest of us, we gotta play the game. UVA and Michigan. Oof, now you're in. I mean, now if you're Virginia and you're at the plate, like I'm driving this thing. I'm hitting it in the air to the outfield deep. I'm not grounding into a double play. This is a tough matchup because Michigan starter has got some serious run and sink on his fastball. You got to see this away from you. It's got to be, outer half and slightly up out of the hand. That's where you want it starting. Perfect pitch to hit. Gets around it. Oh my gosh. And again, this is just like a college hitter. That's what college hitters do, right? That's the difference between a college hitter and a professional hitter is you cannot do that right there. You got to fight inside and underneath this pitch. Yeah, I honestly, that's a bad replay. I guarantee these angles, the umpires are going to get to replay or review this are terrible. I bet it's like they're going to go in there and be like, and they say that all the time. They always say, "Oh, we didn't have a very good angle," and you're like, "Okay, all right, sure." But here, I think they may have an excuse. This guy looks like he doesn't know how to use he doesn't know how to use a smartphone, and he's doing the review. But I mean, that's just a really bad at bat right there. A really bad at bat because you have to know we're down by 2. I cannot ground in a double play here. Best case scenario, you bunt them to second and third, or swing and bunt or something. You just can't. No one's going to sack bunt now in the game, but you would much rather have a sack bunt there than what ended up happening, right? A double play at worst, or at worst a double, or at best a double play, at worst a triple play. I knew they weren't going to overturn that. Yeah, umpire looks like he, can't drive a car. Can't be taking the sign. You can't be taking the sign off the rubber. That's a balk right there, but no one's going to call it. That's way off the plate. Holy cow. That was off the plate. That was over the white of the right-handed hitter's batter box. Ooh, good pitch to hit. Yeah, easy first to third. Good first to third. Excellent job. McMullen's over there going, "Are you serious? You grounding the ball into third base? Grounding the ball to third base in that situation? That's what you did?" Hey, McMullen don't play around, man. He's an awesome dude. Every time I see him in the summer, because again, I mean, I played and coached against him, and he is a guy you got to keep your eye on because he can pick up some tips on pitchers. All right, he can pick them up. Great first pitch there. Backdoor slider for strike 1. Back to back. That one's probably off the plate. That's one of those college strikes. That's never going to get called. Let's say at like the AA, AAA level because it never catches the plate. It never comes back. But that's one of those. That's one of those in college. You now with 2 strikes, like I'm asking umpire, I'm saying, "Hey, is that corner? Is that that's as far as you're going to go?" So I know that's what I got to cover. What the? Did he get a bad jump? I can't believe it was that close at home. I think you just got to eat that if you're a catcher. It's a really tough pitch to throw. Let's watch this. Oh man, he should have been out by a mile. He should have been out by a mile. He didn't even get off a third base. That guy does not look like he's running well. Not only was not running well down the line, that did not look good. The steal of home. I mean, he should have been out by a mile. I mean, he was not even. If I saw him that close to third base on that, how do you? I don't understand. How do you beat the throw home? You're like 10 feet off third, and they're throwing it short. Second baseman or whoever was cutting it off. How is that guy not out by 15 feet or 10 feet at home? It was a bad throw, but still, it's like it was way closer than I thought it was going to be. All right. Oh, Clemson has now we're in top 7. Clemson has made it a 1-run game. It's 5-4. What was the over under in this game? Was it 9.5? 9.5. We're right there. Let's see who's up. And Oklahoma State is up. It's mid-7. Okay, so Clemson's coming to the dish. So far for Clemson, Canarella 0 for 3. Gaffney's 1 for 2. McClatty's 1 for 4. Not a lot of hits by either team. 7 hits from Oklahoma State. Right now, Clemson has walked 5 guys, though. Remember, guys, if you look at any game and you look at, all right, which team walked more hitters, generally, the team that walked more hitters is going to lose. Now, again, that's not 100. Someone's going to be like, well, I saw a team that walked like 20 guys and still won. Okay, I didn't say they win every time, but they, generally speaking, that is, that's how many guys are going to, or like if you walk more guys than the other team and if there's like a significant margin, like you're probably losing. Really big inning for Clemson here. Bottom 7 when they get to the plate. Gerald is leading off. 4-hole guys leading off. He's 1 for 3 today with the line drive single and 2 strikeouts. But Woolfolk has really settled in. He's done a good job. Like that first inning was tough. But he's done a great job settling in and kind of steadying the game for his offense. Like the worst thing as an offensive player, is, a defender, is when, your pitcher gives up a few runs in the second and then you go like 3 up, 3 down, and you go back out there, he gives up another couple runs, or it's another long inning and you just feel like you're just sitting out there forever. So good job by Woolfolk. Obviously did not expect to start Friday, first game of the year, probably a week ago. Good pitch. And I'm guessing Wolfhook, this maybe, I don't know what his pitch count is. Fortunately, we don't have that on the graphic. I don't know why, but I'm guessing he's out after this inning because I don't imagine he was built up enough to go more than 4 innings. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to still be in. He's doing a great job getting ahead of guys though, and he's really doing a good job with that 4-seam right at the top of the zone. And it just makes his splitter so much better because as a hitter, if you know, man, he can go top of the zone with a 4-seam, he can, go bottom of the zone with a split finger. You just feel like you got to cover so much of the zone. And with 2 strikes, man, those are 2 pitches. Those are 2 pitches that are really tough. A 4-seam in the top of the zone and a split finger. You got to be fast enough to catch up to the fastball at the top of the zone, but you got to be able to wait back enough for a split finger and fight it. And he's doing a great job. He's commanding that fastball to that upper third of the zone very well right now. And no one's able to catch up with it. And this is a guy as a hitter, you have to think swing down because he's got that 4-seam ride at the top of the zone, and that's where he's trying to go. You can just tell how difficult the Michigan hitters of late are not seeing that 4-seam very well because you're in a 2-0 count, and that's a very hittable 4-seam, kind of middle heart of the plate, and still missing underneath. So if he's locating that at the top of the zone, I mean, it's very tough to get to. And especially in college baseball now, and just in amateur baseball in general, and even at the pro level, with how much everyone's trying to lift the ball and drive it to the outfield. Just you see more and more guys with like kind of vertical bat angle, and that 4-seam at the top of the zone is just like unhittable for guys like that. And see Enrique's talking, he's a hitter, right? He's talking, he's like, he's noticing tendencies, Wolfhook gets 2 strikes. He likes to go at him with the fastball up and in. Yeah, and it's interesting to me that in college they have not changed the shift rule like in the big leagues, because typically in college, like if in the big leagues they make a rule change, a lot of times college will follow that rule the next year, but haven't done that. So Enrique's talking about how they've got him shifted over big time. Crushed. It's a good point by Enrique. He's saying that if you're going to shift and pull, you need to pitch him in with a fastball or throw him off speed. You cannot throw fastballs away if you're shifting him pull side in the infield, because if he's a little bit late coming down to the ball and he hits it on the ground over there, there's no one over there to make a play. I mean, he crushed that ball down the left field line. Nunnally was playing him opposite field in the outfield, which is typical, right? Because majority of ground balls are going to be to the pull side. Majority of balls hitting the air to the outfield are going to be to the opposite field side. So you're generally going to have your outfielders shifted slightly opposite field and your infielders shifted slightly pull. And great job. Great start to this this hitter by Wolfuck. Just got 0-2 right ahead of him. Clemson has runners on first and third with 1 out. So they are in position right now to tie this game up. Great pitch. And Wolfuck's done a great job, right? For a guy that's come in and really just was not expecting to start on Friday, probably like a week ago, or maybe even 3 days ago. He's done a great job for Virginia. Just throwing strikes, gave a couple runs early, but he's been lights out ever since. So Oklahoma State makes a pitching change with Clemson having runners at the corners with 1 out.
Know what you're going to get, and for us, once again, it was a huge attack out of the gate, scored a bunch of runs. And he crosses one into left field. Whitaker getting chase. He's out of here. It brings up the juice for the tickets. Guy first hits 2 home runs back. He first swing he ever takes here. Be bad when you first started playing it.
The Puerto Rican commercial for the tournament, the Puerto Rican tournament or challenge or whatever they're calling it, is actually really good. 0-2 count for Becerra for Clemson with runners in the corners. Top 8 going to Omaha this year. Are you asking me who I think will go or what? Más o menos. I'm really monitoring this Clemson at bat because this is big. Like, they need to get this run in before they get to 2 outs. My picks, I think UNC Virginia. I think they just have the teams to do it, right? I think you have to go Tennessee, A&M, and then I think after that you're kind of just guessing. Like, those 4 teams have everything they need. Again, there's other teams that you could think, but those 4 teams I think have the best teams in the country. After that, I don't know. I don't know after that because it's, again, like, I don't like making preseason predictions just because you just have no idea who's going to have injury issues. Clemson live update. Right now, Clemson is down by 5-4. They're They're down by 1 in the bottom of the 7th. They do have runners in the corners with 1 out, 2-2 count. So they have the ability to tie it right here if they can get a ball deep in the outfield or base hit or not grounded double play. That was crushed. Clemson or Virginia's bats are starting to come alive. One more. I know it's at 9.5. I know, Chris. We were talking about that earlier. Bottom 7 at 9. Did you pick the over, Chris? Oof, tough strike call there. Yeah, so you don't want Clemson to score here. And it's a 3-2 count now. This guy really good at bat by Becerra. It was 0-2. He's worked it to 3-2. Uh-oh. Did he hit it well enough? Oh, we're not going to tag. We're not going to tag on that. Bad base running at second base for Virginia. You got to know. I mean, you get off, and as soon as you know that's going to get caught, you got to tag there. You're not getting thrown out at third. Yeah, that might cost Virginia a run right there. He's got to get a third on that. Pano stole second. So Becerra, now there's no double play in order for Oklahoma State. You're looking good right now, Chris. They just got to put the ball in play and they get a run in pretty much. They probably are going to bring the infield in though, maybe. So you got to hit it to the outfield. Northeast teams are on a whole underrated. Yeah, they always are. They always are. Not yet. Not yet. They have not scored yet. It is a full count still on Becerra, but now the runners are at second and third. They stole second. Big strikeout there for Virginia or for Michigan. Wes, how about actually showing some of the game being played or just the commentary? Well, if I show the game, I'm going to get strikes on YouTube and all of that. So, unfortunately, I can't. That's why we're all watching the game at the same time. I don't know if this is the longest at bat in the history of baseball, but Becerra is still at the plate for Clemson with runners on second and third. And Clemson scores. Chris, you hit the over, buddy. Ground out to shortstop. Runner moved to third. Run scores. Clemson ties the game. 5-5. The over was hit. Base hit for Virginia. They're going to tie it. I didn't think that one was getting through the middle. I don't know where the defense was, but I don't know. I mean, they had him shifted up the middle every at bat. I don't know what was going on. I don't know how that got through. That was like probably the softest ground ball he hit so far. Clemson has taken the lead now on a wild pitch. Wild pitch. Clemson takes the lead against Oklahoma State in the bottom of the 7th. Three hit by pitches in the first game. So Michigan Ace is starting to kind of fatigue a little bit. You can tell he's just long 5th inning here for him. Maybe his last inning. Looks like this is going to be his inning to finish. Right, he's got 2 outs, but this could get bad quick. Well, he gets out of it. All right, guys, I got to get going. I have I got a game coming up myself, so I will. It's been really fun. We'll be doing more of these now that the season has started. But good luck in all the games you guys have coming up, your teams you're fans of, and everything like that. I will see you again on Monday. Maybe might do something this weekend, another watch party or something.